President Bola Tinubu has announced the renaming of University of Maiduguri, Borno State, in honor of the late President Muhammed Buhari. This was announced during an expanded Federal Executive Council valedictory service held in honor of the late President Muhammed Buhari and presided over by President Bola Tinubu. While paying tribute to the glowing sterling qualities which distinguished his late predecessor throughout his public service, Tinubu said the late president was respectful without pretense, kind without condescending, and was unfailingly tender, loyal, and good. He said, even in death, the late Nigerian leader maintained a serenity that defined him in life, not a sigh, not a groan, just a quiet submission to the will of God.
President Buhari's life was one of austere honor. He stood always ramrod straight, unmoved by the temptation of power, unseduced by applause, and unafraid of the loneliness that often visits those who do what is right, rather than what is popular. Was a quiet courage, a righteousness that never announced itself.
Vice President Kashim Shettima noted that the outpouring of tributes to former President Muhammadu Buhari testifies to a life that shall forever endure in the memory of the nation. For he has by his own selfless actions immortalized his name. The Senate President Godswill Akpabio and the Speaker House of Representatives Tajuddin Abbas described late President Muhammadu Buhari as a moral compass who brought honor and incorruptible standard to public governance. They urged present leaders to honor the late president by emulating his patriotism and selflessness in pursuit of justice for the common good.
President Muhammadu Buhari was not perfect. No leader is. But he was a very principled man. He stood for something. And in a world where it is easy to chase headlines, he chose instead to chase honor.
Buhari's belief in the brevity of life and the certainty of judgment shaped his aesthetic life and guided his public conduct. He lived not for applause or affluence, but for principle, for country, and for the cause of a better Nigeria.
Other speakers noted that even though the passing of the former president has invoked diverse perspectives, emotions, and reactions across the entire polity, one central consensus is that late Muhammadu Buhari led the country with uncompromising integrity and extraordinary discipline. One of the children of the late president, Yusuf Buhari, who spoke on behalf of their late father, thanked President Tinubu, the heads of the Nigerian Armed Forces, the diplomatic community, and Nigerians in general for the unparalleled show of love during this period of irreparable loss. Meanwhile, a Jumat prayer session was held in honor of the late president at the National Mosque, Abuja, while a special church service is scheduled for tomorrow, Sunday, July 20.